Hello, my name is Dr. Mukesh Chauhan. Today's video is about my book, Journey in Search of Original God. Journey in Search of Original God, which I wrote during my 18th year. I'm revealing some beautiful details about that in this epic journey of mine, which started from London and ended up in India. I enclose the details, social media, email address, if anybody wants to contact me or watch my videos about what I'm talking about, God video in particular. There's also the flyer of the book available, and I've also made a press release. So if anybody's interested, kindly contact me and leave a message, and I'll be delighted to send that information to you. I had met God after 14 years of search. Most people would give up on that, but I pursued through because there's something inside me which was propelling further forwards in a journey. When I was in London, my journey started from London. When I was doing surgeries, I used to get quantum shifts, things which would happen, which made me aware there was a deeper level of control, which was completely covered up. And where I got some help, which was so beautiful, it made me realize, how can this work? Is it something deeper organizing principle? And I didn't know about it then. Or when we did brain dissection in London at University College Hospital, I discovered the beauty of the anatomy of human brain and body and the physiology of the human brain and body. But I didn't know anything about one other thing, which was, where is the live spark gone? There's something missing in a cadaver brain, which is present in a live human being. So I say to myself, well, if I do meet God one day, I will ask that question. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. The only thing is it happened in a very torturous way. The journey which I went through is something which I'd forgotten that I'd asked those questions earlier. I had completely forgotten about it. Because if I had known that this was a journey I was into deep end, I'd have been very careful about what questions I asked. And everything I was saying was coming to fruition and revealed. And the most important aspect, one of them was, I learned the mystery of dark energy, Maya, and spirits. I had no answer how to find them in London, I'll be honest with you, or in 3 continents, which this book takes me through. And how to find the spirits. How do you find an invisible spirit? I had no idea. Spirit you can't see. But I knew there was something far more powerful than me or anything I could do, which was so powerful that everything and anything I was doing, nothing was working. Who was that? How was that working? These are the questions which I realized was all part of my journey and knowledge and practical experience. So in chapter 1, I'm revealing beautiful details about God who lives in a separate board. I called it quantum code. Christians call it land of eternal light, which is permanently lit. Hindus call it Paramdham, which is up there beyond our physical universe. Not the Paramdham they worship here when a dead body is cremated. They also call that Paramdham. They think every human being goes to Paramdham. That's a fallacy. That is an absolute myth fallacy. That does not happen. You're not so lucky. Your karmas need to be something different, completely different. But this is in more detail. So chapter 1 is about the finest details about God, which I have unlocked. 10 questions, 12 questions, which I wanted to ask, and I've got answers for those. I'm revealing some beautiful about how it works, how human beings take birth, how they descend on earth, how the different religions take shape, and so on. This is all covered in beautiful pictures, visions, and JPEGs of the beautiful visions which I had in the superconscious states. This is you don't realize inside human brain, to get into this state, one needs to be very fortunate. And from a very young age in London, around about 13, 14, I was used to meditate. That's one of the things which I always did. And I didn't know that is what helped me one day when I would meditate at 3 o'clock in the morning to find that God. So chapter 1, I've explained in detail. This is completely new knowledge. You won't find this in any books. This is actual, practical, live evidence of meeting God. Chapter 2 is devoted to science of human soul. How will you see God? How does human body work? Soul is professed in virtually every religion. In Hinduism, it's known as Atma. Gita, the scripture, is all about that. And this is part of that Gita, which I'm revealing, whose knowledge has disappeared, as revealed in chapter 4. In fact, this misunderstanding is one of the reasons for India's downfall. If they had true knowledge of Gita and God, then they would be much better off, much stronger and powerful. But this is all completely covered up on earth. The truth is completely hidden. This is what my discovery is. So if you understand chapter 2, the science and how it relates with our physical brain, then you realize it's a live consciousness which controls everything. And the details of that, I'm exploring and detailing it in my second book on mystery of origin of life, for which I've done a separate video. Then chapter 3, I'm also devoting to mystery of origin of life, mystery of God, who is completely covered up in a wheel of conspiracy. If there is God, why are human beings suffering so much? That's the obvious question. The world of religions, they pray left, right, and center. So why are they suffering so much? The honest answer is none of them are worshipping God. Their prayers are not reaching God. To speak with God is a totally different scientific technique. Human voice does not reach God at all. So I'm explaining that in chapter 3, the conspiracy to cover up the name of God. Then in chapter 5, I'm detailing my journey, which started from London, the monumental and the epic work which I've done, the hell I went through, the obstacles, phenomenal, mega problems I encountered, difficulties, fires, spirits, accidents galore. You can think about. So things you see on my face are not my face. There are a lot of negative energies around in the universe who cause a lot of grief. But I had to find my way. That was part of my journey. Also, in one of the chapters, I've detailed the reasons for the decline on Earth. And to overcome that, I've discussed there are 3 chapters devoted to yoga and meditation. And this is a key. You need to change from within. But that the power is different. Power comes from higher life. Again, that's not within the remit of this book, but there's higher control of organization, order, and nature, which wonderful people like Einstein and Spinoza had thought about and searched for, but did not find it. And that I'm explaining in my second book, the higher order, the highest order, how we go from chaos to organization, how the entropy goes down completely. At the moment is chaos. Entropy is a measure of disorganization of everything in life or in universe or the energy, and how to grow from disorganization to organization. This is beyond the control of human beings. Until and unless human beings learn lessons, they don't improve. In fact, even if they learn lessons, they still don't improve. They go back to the old habits, which are impregnated in their brain matrix. So until and unless they do it, they won't change. So I'm reviewing all these details and much more in this beautiful masterpiece, Journey in Search of Original God. In fact, it was during my 18th year when I sat down and wrote this book that I discovered that some of the problems which I had faced, and I had faced humongous problems in London, which one by one, this God started explaining to me what had happened to me. And along with God, also World Spiritual Father had helped me with this in my journey, because he has also given me some valuable knowledge on soul or consciousness. So a depth of gratitude to that as well. And World Spiritual Mother had given me help as well with a deeper knowledge of DNA, 15 DNA. When I had completely lost all my energies, I was very weak. Then how I got energies, somebody came to help me, and how I got recharged. So these are all beautiful details which I'm revealing, and they can be seen. They can be seen. God can be seen practically. This is not theory. This is science. This is quantum science. If you want to see God, you must appreciate the value, have some basic knowledge about quantum theory. So anybody's interested, any publishers, kindly contact me at the email address which I provided. Watch my videos on my YouTube channel, whose link I provided. And you'll get a lot more details in my website as well. So enjoy. Thank you very much. God bless.